For blocks?
Yeah, for blocks.
Surveillance video also shows Jabari talking to 3 strangers. She testified they offered to get her home. One of the bystanders can be seen speaking to Majors, who gestures for Jabari to get back into the car.
Okay, so I guess, she tired out. Some people stop her. And you come back. You come back and you say, you get your ass back in that SUV.
He eventually leaves without her and goes to a hotel for the night. Jabari leaves with the bystanders.
I'm going to guess that you were on them drinks. I'm going to guess that you had quite a bit of alcohol or some pills or some coke or whatever you Hollywood people want to do out there. I'm just assuming you had something to influence your brain to be like, I'm staying at the hotel. Hotel? Why the hotel?
Creep on in, on in, on in.
She says inside the car, you hit her in the face,
Yeah.
twist her arm behind her back, fracture her middle finger.
Yeah, that did not happen.
Now, it does seem like that's a whole lot of activity to take place in that short amount of time that showed on that surveillance tape. Broken finger, hand behind the back. I mean, he was out there putting her in a full Nelson out there and just completely snapping her in two. That happened in a very short amount of time. I mean, look, that seems a little questionable to me. Just saying, that does.
What happened?
She went to grab the phone. I held the phone. I pulled the phone back. She came on top of me, squeezed my face, slapped me. That's all I remember.
But once again, here we go with Jonathan Majors and his lost memory again, out here like it's some type of Final Fantasy where nobody can remember anything that's taken place. Just the amnesia from hell. I don't remember any of that. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe that didn't happen. But I mean, she got hurt somehow. And I mean, I'm telling you, unless she is really good at putting herself through some pain, maybe she could. I mean, and I ain't gonna rule that out. There's some people who are pretty psychotic and crazy out there. But if it mean I was gonna probably make an extra $500K plus, I don't know. I might have to suck it up and bite that towel. Just saying.
So she ends up with a 1-inch cut behind her ear.
Laceration, yes, ma'am.
Fractured finger.
Yeah.
How did those injuries come about?
I wish to God I knew.
I feel like you do know. I just really feel like you know. Also, like, how hard do you have to slap somebody across the head for them to have a laceration behind the ear? Like, how ashy was she behind the ear? I mean, does she not, like, lube up back there, put any lotion or any skincare product back there? I mean, that's pretty deep. Unless you grabbed her by the ear and try to rip that thing off like Mike Tyson style, but, he used his teeth. But I'm just saying, that's an odd spot to have an injury.
That would give clarity. That would give me some type of peace about it.
But you're confident you didn't.
I have no question.
Once again, historically, people who speak in this type of way, I have no doubt. I absolutely would never do such a thing. I have a hard time believing that. It doesn't feel genuine. It just doesn't feel genuine to me. It just feels so phony. So phony.
What's interesting about the jury's verdict, it's so nuanced because they're saying you didn't intend to injure her.
Right.
But the result of your recklessness injured her.
Right.
Which, again, sounds like absolute buffoonery to me. Just buffoonery.
Were you reckless?
I was reckless with her heart.
Nigga! Not with her body.
Not with her body.
But never hit a woman.
Never hit a woman.
Why are you repeating what she's saying? As if you're trying to validate in your own mind that you just did not do these things. Like, that's what it sounds like to me. It just sounds shady.
My hands have never struck a woman.
Oh, I never hit her. I just kicked her a little bit, choked her out a little bit, and something like that.
When the actual testimony came, the driver said she did everything, meaning Grace.
Who else was there? Of course he meant Grace.
He did nothing, referring to myself.
Was there another he in the car? Was there another he in the passenger seat? Was there another guy somewhere around? I mean, dude, this storytelling is shit. I mean, it's bad. Like, the longer this goes on, the less and less I believe him.
Majors claims Jabari attacked him, ripping his coat, scratching his face and arm. These are photos he says are of his injuries, but were deemed inadmissible in court.
Yeah, they seem inadmissible. I don't see injuries. You call that an injury? And that was an injury? That thing on your chin? The other one looked like you scraped your elbow on the table. Or, it clearly could have been like her fingernail, but they're like, come on, bro. Is that what you're selling? You're selling those injuries? You were attacked? God bless. I hate the court. I hate all of this. This sucks.
My injuries were I had a scratch on my hand, from clawing for the phone, and I had a gash on my. At the time, I had a beard.
This brother said he had a gash. This brother said he had a gash on his chin or his cheek. Did you see a gash? I didn't see a gash. That didn't look like a gash to me. A gash looks like when this guy landed on my knee when I was playing baseball and he had metal cleats on. That was a gash. When I saw the white meat and the blood started coming out, that's what I would call a gash. Something that would call, for stitches when my face got ripped apart. Yeah, that would be called a gash. What he had there? That looked like a pimple that got popped and it bled a little bit. That's what that looked like he had zits.
Under my beard, I had essentially a fingernail scratch.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. What's with this over exaggeration of these injuries? Like it's like he's reliving the trauma. Like he was literally like curb stomped, like this was menace to society or something like that. He's acting like he got jumped. I guess my cheek, from pressure, Why is he struggling to speak about this? I mean, oh my God, he's really trying to work this. He's really trying to work this. And I'm not trying to come as somebody who's like anti-man. I'm a man. But I'm really anti-BS. I'm like Will Smith in iRobot. I am truly allergic to BS, and I sniff a lot of it here, and my allergies are really kicking in. And I'm telling you, I'm having a hard time. I'm having a hard time with this.
You chose not to take the witness stand. Why?
Yes, ma'am.
That is an outstanding question. Why would you not represent yourself here? Why would you not take the stand? If I am truly innocent, I'm taking the stand. I'm going to take the stand, because if I believe that I was wronged here, I'm going to speak about it. I'm not going to let everybody else say their piece and be like, oh yeah, they got it. Man, F that. I mean, dang it, first of all, you want to play victim here and cry, oh, I'm a black man and they trying to do me wrong out here in the culture and stuff like that, then you're going to need to go out there and defend yourself. You need to go out there and speak. Say your piece.
The driver.
What about him?
You felt that was compelling enough. He had said enough.
There can never be enough said.
Well, not just the driver, She was doing everything, he was doing nothing. Well, that's what I was going to say.
Then say it again, dumbass. Say it again. Get on the stand and say it again. I'd be willing to jump over the podium like homie who's attacked that judge to make sure I hammered in this point.
Mr. Majors, did you see any injuries on her? No, I didn't.
Then you idiot, you go up there and you say that. You say that. My God. My God.
Clinical experts, the detective I spoke to, all who testified before I did. But after all of that, what was I going to add?
You add your perspective. Hammer in the point. Hammer in the point. You keep re-emphasizing the truth. If it's the truth, you keep beating it into the jury's head. That's all you do. You implement that thought. It's just like Inception. You just keep diving in further and further and further and further. You go from one level to the next level to the next level to the next level, and you make sure that thought is deeply ingrained. You make sure it's so deeply ingrained that that is natural to them. That is exactly how it took place. You say it, the driver says it, the driver's sister says it, or his or whatever woman or whoever says it. Everybody says it. Everybody hammers in the point. You don't just let everybody else speak for you. You don't defend yourself. I mean, it just sounds really shady. Why would you not defend yourself, dog? I don't get this. I don't get it at all. At all. So stupid.
Jonathan, how do you feel right
During
now?
the trial, an audio recording was presented in court by the prosecution of Jonathan Majors and Grace Jabari during an argument.
Now, even though I'm beating a dead horse talking about you hammer in the point, it doesn't mean it's going to exonerate you or make sure that you're not guilty. You can still be real guilty at the end of the day. And now I'm going to tell a little small quick story real quick. And this is dating back to me when I was back in college. Most ridiculous thing ever. I was on court trial one time and it was in front of the Supreme Court of my university. Now, what happened was a silly case. I was in the shower and this dude was coming in and dooking in the shower. He was taking a number 2, boo-booing all over the floor. I happened to be finishing my shower one day and I was like, oh man, what's going on over here? Yeah, and I smelled like shit. I smelt it. It was very rancid. It was horrible. It smelled like, oh God, I can't even describe how bad it was. But nonetheless, I felt like I got pooed on, literally, because I checked the next shower stall and there was doo-doo in it. And it's one of those things in a communal shower, you can see kind of who's in the shower, like in the little peaks over there. You can see like in the little crevices, like who the person is. I knew who was in that shower. Everybody knew who it was. He lived down the hall in the corner and whatnot. Who I wanted to kick his ass so bad after I knew who it was. But man, people had to hold me back.
Hold me back.
It was a really messed up situation. So nonetheless, this got progressed up the ladder and it went up to the Supreme Court of my university and we had to testify and go over what happened here. Now, I ended up losing on a technicality because they couldn't prove that he was in this shower stall between some like 2-minute interval. And that's how I ended up losing. Even though he clearly doo-dooed in the shower and everybody kept saying he was doo-dooing in the shower. And even after I left those dorms, he was still pooping in the shower. He was still going in there, squatting out and just shitting. Nasty as you can possibly imagine. And the shower heads that already had mold growing out of them. You got somebody doo-dooing in the floors, water all over. It was just a mess. I don't even want to go on anymore. But either way, in a court case that seemed like it was impossible to lose, I lost.
Get out there! That nigga is get out there!
So I tell you what, I'll never do anything to put myself in a situation to be in court ever again. Nope, I am not going to put my future in the hands of any jury or any type of lineage of people to decide my fate. But I will say this, I did defend myself and I said my piece. I was going to at least do that. I was going to defend myself to the maximum. I was not going to let anybody else speak for me because that wasn't going to be enough. Just wasn't going to be enough. Now this sound recording was very, very interesting.
How dare you come home drunk and disturb the peace of our house? Coretta Scott King. You know who that is? That's Martin Luther King's wife. Michelle Obama. Barack Obama's wife.
What is your point? Why are you referencing these women? Why are you referencing these black women to this white woman? I don't think these women resonate to her in any shape, form, or fashion. I don't think she aspires to be like Michelle Obama. I don't think she even knows who Coretta Scott King is. Like, come on, dog. What are we doing?
My temper, my shit, my trauma, blah, all that said, right? And I'm not saying I'm a great man. A great man.
Dude, anybody who's got to sit here and get on their high horse, first of all, you really sound like you're on your high horse right now. You sound like you're at the peak of the mountain over here talking about, I'm a great man. Dude, eat one. Over here talking about I'm a great one. I'm a great man. What are you talking about? Over here sucking your own dong, over here just kissing your own ass, smelling your own farts. I mean, dude, this is just reeks of, I don't know. I told you I wouldn't be friends with this man if I knew him. I couldn't do it. Like, I just really want to slap this man across the face, probably like he slapped her across the face. Now, I mean, there's no real proof of that. And I could see it happening. I could see him giving her a backhand. Anybody who's speaking this high and mighty of themselves might be willing to give somebody some baby powder. I'm just saying that's what it seems like to me. Like, I don't see why he references these women. Like, maybe if he was to reference like Martha Stewart or Dolly Parton, that might resonate to her. Maybe she would get those as role models, but not Coretta Scott King and not Michelle Obama. If that's what you want, you should have got yourself a sister. You should have got yourself a black woman. Why are you dating this white woman if you aspire to have Coretta Scott King and Michelle Obama living with you? Dumbass.
I am doing great things, not just for me, but for my culture.
Is this what people are doing now? Is this what people are claiming? Because I'm out here making movies, because I'm king, I'm doing great things for my culture. What are you doing? Are you donating to charities? Are you getting homeless people up off the street? Are you curing disease? You are acting in movies, bruh. You are not doing that many great things for the culture. There's been other people in Hollywood who have done great things for the culture, if that's what you're talking about. Dude, none of that's moving the needle for us anywhere. That's not doing shit. Sorry, Mom, for all the language, but still, that's not doing anything for the culture. I mean, this is embarrassing as Nate Robinson.
And for the world, that is actually the position I'm in.
Nigga!
The woman that supports me, that I support, that needs to be a great woman.
I mean, if she's not a great woman, then why did you choose her? I mean, did you only like her dancing skills? Did you like the way she bounced that booty? Did you like the way she twerked and twirled and moved them legs or something like that? Because that's not really thinking with your brain. Your great brain, the way you're out here doing things for the culture. You are a great man. If you're that guy, why were you choosing with your balls? You weren't really using your head. You were thinking with something else. Your pecker. If that's what you wanted to go ahead and make your decision with, I don't know anybody who's made great decisions when they think with their dong. Not one man has made great decisions using that. And I don't know of a great man who's made great decisions, using that either. All of them usually use their brain. That's usually how you make great decisions, homie.
There are some who question, especially in the black community, as you're probably well aware, that
I don't know, babe. I wouldn't give him that much credit. I know he claims to be, engulfed in the culture and whatnot, but I think the only black people he talks to are on set. I don't think he's in touch with any real Negroes out there in reality.
that people were saying, well, why was he telling this woman to be like Coretta Scott King and Michelle Obama? Give us like the context of the conversation.
It was me trying to give an analogy of what it is I'm aspiring to be.
Which is what? Barack? I'm guessing you're trying to be like Barack then. You want to be with Michelle, or you're trying to be like Dr. King, so you need those women, right? Is that who you're aspiring to be?
In trying to give a reference point to that, I was attempting, and I did a terrible job at it, apparently. I was attempting to motivate, to enlighten, to give perspective as into what it is I was hoping to get out of the relationship.
Yes, you did a terrible job of making that analogy because you were making it to the wrong person.
I think that's fair.
The only thing I'll agree with is, yes, you are entitled to have whatever thoughts that you want to have. Doesn't make them reasonable, though.
In her closing argument, your attorney said that your greatest fear of being a black man in America calling 911 came true.
I have a hard time with this because, yeah, your nightmare should be if you're guilty and you got to call the police and you done did something wrong. Yeah, they gonna come get you, bro. They gonna come get you because they probably might come get you even if you didn't do anything wrong. But you're trying to play the angle like I'm innocent. I didn't do anything wrong. I haven't been verbally or mentally or anything type of abusive because I don't even consider that to be abuse. If I didn't slap her across the face, then I was cool. Everything is good.
Suggesting that race was a part of this. Do you feel that race is a part of this?
I mean, of course it is, without question.
Man, shut your stupid ass up. Like, I'm a heavy, huge defender of black men. Like, anybody who knows me knows I will go to the end of the earth to try to defend a black man on any case, or depending on what it is, as long as it makes sense. This is just, none of this makes any sense to me. Like, your explanations, like, I don't get why. Honestly, it just feels like you're trying to grift off the culture. You really are. It just sounds like you're trying to use this as an excuse now. You're doing the OJ. Oh, now I'm in trouble. I got to go remember I'm black again. That's what this feels like. It just feels OJ-ish to me.
I mean, that quote unquote guilty verdict, guilty verdict, no quote unquote, you might as well put that on my birth certificate.
Guilty! That nigga is guilty!
Oh my God. Oh my God. He really went there. He really went there. Put that on my birth certificate. Just put a death stamp on my birth certificate. Pretty much, but just say, nigga for life. That's what he is. Duh. Idiot, man. Like, really? If they have a chance to actually make that next Ant-Man, and he's in it, and he comes back as Kang, I'll watch it. Just because I enjoy the series. But not because I like Jonathan Majors. I don't even want to watch any more Jonathan Majors. I don't even want to watch any more of his movies at this point. F this guy. Just F this dude. Because none of this feels genuine. I don't know about you, but as I continue to watch this, it just really feels like bad acting. Just feels like really bad acting coming from a great actor.
You think a white man facing the same allegations would have been arrested, charged, convicted?
Trap question.
I'll take it further. If you watch those videos and you reverse that and you saw a black man chasing a young white girl down the street, screaming and crying, that man is going to be shot and killed.
If you feel this way, why are you dating this white woman? If you feel like you're going to be just dealt this guilty plea, or you're going to be dealt a terrible hand here, and you're going to be screwed over any opportunity or any time something like this is going to happen, why are you fooling with this white chick? Why do you deal with them in general? Why? If you're gonna play victim and act like, oh, I'm a black man and they just out here trying to do me wrong out here in this white world and whatnot, then why are you dating and sleeping with these white women? If you really feel that way, if you feel like they're out to come get you, why are you sleeping with them? And I'm the one that's not even gonna sit here and act like I don't care who anybody sleeps with or who they date or whatever. I mean, if you have I don't care. I really don't. But if you're gonna sit here and play victim, dude, F you. Don't cry victim now, man. Don't do that. That really pisses me off.
In the streets of New York City, that black man will feel that.
Grace, as you know, was arrested and charged for assault, but will not face prosecution.
Right.
You have thoughts on that?
Cue up the dramatic effect.
That's hurtful. That's really hurtful. And
what?
And why is it hurtful? Because...
Oh, let me repeat what I'm saying one more time. Why is it hurtful? Man, just get on with it. Get on with it.
Again, I know what happened. Movies don't matter. Work don't matter. Your education doesn't matter.
It does matter because it's your livelihood. And that's what you consider to be all this great work you were doing for the culture. Your work, your movies, your acting. That's all you are. Nobody knows you for doing anything else. Nothing.
In that moment, what I felt was, oh, I'm nothing.
Welcome to reality, bruh. Welcome back to the rest of the world with the rest of us. Now you're just another Negro, just like the rest of us. Welcome back. Glad to know that you remember who you supposedly were when you came out the womb.
Throughout the trial, Major's girlfriend, actress Megan Good, was right by his side. We've seen her right by your side going in and out of court throughout the whole trial.
Yeah.
How would you describe your relationship?
It's a miracle.
So fake. Just so fake. And you put my girl Megan Good through this, man. Like, dude, she don't deserve this. I don't care what y'all say about Megan. She don't deserve this. That's my baby out there. Don't y'all talk about her. Y'all leave her alone. Yep. Call me simp. Whatever you want. Nope. Megan does not deserve to go through this. Please leave him. Like, I'm sorry, but you're putting yourself through something you don't need to. You'll be next. You might be next. Just saying, yeah, next thing you know, you're going to be falling asleep in some closet somewhere, waking up with all sorts of battered bruises all over you, lost, confused, drugged, who knows, whatever is going to happen to you next. And he's going to be out here preaching to you, saying that he needs to be a great man and that you need to be Coretta Scott King and Michelle Obama and some other great black woman out there, Harriet Tubman, whatever it takes.
She's an angel. She's held me down like a Coretta.
God, there's something wrong with this man. There's something wrong with this man. I heard Ava and Preach kind of make this point about, like, what is this fixation with Coretta Scott King? Like, dude, I mean, are you using that as porn now or something like that? Or are you just, like, you know, getting off to her pictures or something like that? Or just the thought that she could be some type of mistress for you? I mean, I don't know what's going on here. I really don't know what your, infatuation is with these women. Like, do you want her to be Rosa Parks? I mean, I don't get it.
The relationship is still fresh, but,
Yeah, the relationship is fresh. And it needs to die fresh. Please, just cut her loose. Let her go back into the wild. Let her go back into the dating pool. Let her go back out there. Free her. Free Megan before this gets worse.
I think I found her. Yeah.
The one.
I hope she just stick with me.
Don't do it, Megan. Don't do it. Free yourself. There's other black men out there. Trust me. There's some other black guys out there. I mean, I'm just saying, shoot my shot. But still, I mean, there's other great black men that's out there for you. You are still beautiful, holding on strong, holding on like Halle Berry. That, how old is Halle? Halle's like dang near 60 years old. Still looks good. Still thirst trapping out there on Instagram, which she kind of needs to stop. It's kind of embarrassing at this point. Like, Halle, like, I get it. Like, you're beautiful, but I mean, we all know that you're a little up there in age. Just saying, just stop. You don't need to always show yourself in a bikini. Put some clothes on. Like, you're past it at this point in time. You're not Sierra anymore. Sierra's top girl now. I'm just saying, just let's let it be that. Now, people are going to disagree. Please leave it in the comments if you hate what I just said. But I'm just saying, Sierra's the one. I know she done popped out quite a few babies by Russ, and Russ is probably going to build him the Brady Bunch out there. But just saying, it's just... Yeah, I just, next.
Majors' career as a rising Hollywood actor is now in limbo. Future appearances playing Kang the Conqueror in the Marvel Cinematic Universe have been scrapped.
Which, once again, I will say, yes, this sucks, because for misdemeanor charges at the end of the day, like, I hate that this is really going to destroy the last bit of good that the Marvel franchise is holding on to. Like, this saga is what's left. I mean, the rest of it is kind of blown for the last couple of years since Infinity War and Endgame. I mean, it's pretty much sucked since then. I'm just saying, like, this is the last bit that they have that they're holding on to.
You hear the verdict
Yeah.
the same day Marvel drops you. Your reaction?
Same hour. Same half hour, I think. It's like the world stopped.
Yeah, if you got contracts that were that major and that big, drop that fast, I would say it would feel like the world stopped.
You know, it's like you work so hard for things, and then, you know, it's done, you know?
This sounds awfully reminiscent of Colin Kaepernick, except I actually felt for Colin Kaepernick because Colin was actually standing up for something. And whether you believe he's actually standing up for it, you know, truthfully or not, I don't care. But he at least stood up for something, then his career ended. This is not that. But for whatever reason, Jonathan Kang, Cowboy, whatever, he's trying to claim that that's what this is. That he's literally out here doing something great for the world and the actual culture. Cap was trying to do something for the culture. And whether you believe him or not, it at least got attention to something that was very important.
And in that same breath, I thought, man, that was cool.
I have a hard time believing that you just came to this realization that quickly after all of that. Like, man, just like that, it's over. Boy, it was a nice ride. You know what I'm saying? All those movies, I've been acting for like, 15, 20 plus years, you know what I'm saying? Been in a lot of feature films, and that was good. Nobody comes to that realization that quickly, dog.
You think you'll ever work in Hollywood again?
Yeah, I do. I pray I do. But it's God's plan and God's timing.
And oh my God, and okay, he's completed the holy triad over here, the Rubik's cube or whatever you want to call it, whatever analogy you can use. I can't even think of it at this point because I'm so frustrated. Like, this is really pissing me off. He's completed it. Now he's went full circle and he's brought the church into it. Now it's God's plan. Dude, I guarantee the last time you stepped into church, you were probably about 8 years old when you were forced to by your mom and grandmother. Like, dude, you ain't been in no church in a long ass time. I guarantee you ain't been in no church. So stop trying to do this. Like, it's what we do. It's what we do. And we're going to have plenty of black people out there like, man, I tell you, man, they out there screwing over Jonathan Majors, man. They trying to do him in because he black. Man, he using you. He OJ-ing your ass.
What would you say? I mean, do you deserve a second chance?
I think I do. I think I do. I hope other people think that.
I believe multiple people. I believe many people deserve a second chance. But this was an all-time bad acting performance by Jonathan Majors. This was the worst acting job he's ever done. He went onto this interview and literally tried to spew a bunch of nonsense, try to get everybody onto his side. And if you're like me, I'm not on that bandwagon. I don't really believe her. I don't believe him. I just believe this is garbage. All of this is trash, and I don't care for anybody that's involved in this scenario. Let him back, because this is misdemeanor charges at the end of the day. Like he didn't kill the woman, and I know that's kind of extreme for me to say, but like, he didn't do anything that crazy. She wasn't that severely injured or nothing like that. She got banged up. It was equivalent to getting in a squabble with one of her girls or something like that. This wasn't that major, in my opinion. It just wasn't that big a deal. Clearly it wasn't, based on what they charged him in court with. And people, as the jurors, didn't think so. And apparently his defense was bad. So I don't know, man. This whole thing sucks. Hopefully you enjoyed some of the content today. Like, share, and subscribe. We are trying to get up to our next future goal. And don't worry, I'll be releasing some more lighthearted content later this week. So, see you soon.